Yes, the Immigrant Mother represents all of those Croatian and other nationality moms who came here with their kids and their families to start a new life. In fact, that's what our dedication says on the back of our monument. And I did want to mention we have some other things on the monument. On the base, we have the Croatian gerb, which is our shield, the checkered. I'm sure you've all seen it on the soccer shirts, white and red checkered gerb. That's on the front. And then we also have the glagolithic alphabet, which was our Croatian original alphabet before we started using the Roman alphabet. So that's on one side of our monument. And so the dedication says it's dedicated to all those mothers who came here seeking a better life with their kids. And I'm one of those kids. My mom came here with my sister, who was only 18 months, and myself, my grandmother, and my dad. So, but we, in our research for our library, we have a very nice library over here. If you're interested, after the dinner, you can swing by and see how many books we have and references. Also, I would like to just read this poem that we find. It's a story, actually, about an immigrant mother or any immigrant mother that might have come to this country. We found it in the Missal down in Tremont. Someone donated a whole box of all kinds of references and papers and documents, and we found it in there, and I thought you'd like to hear it. It's a little lengthy. For all eternity, America is indebted to the immigrant mother. Whether she was Croatian, Slovenian, Italian, Jewish, Polish, Austrian, Hungarian, German, Russian, English, Greek, Bulgarian, Czech, Irish, Slovak, or Ukrainian, etc. Born in the old country, she usually married at a young age. The young boy with whom she worked in the fields was usually her husband. And while she's still a young bride, and sometimes with a child, she remained and waited while her man left for America, that distant land filled with promises of a better life. The days, months, and sometimes years passed slowly, while she patiently waited for word from her husband. Finally, when the letter came with the passage fare for the long boat ride to America, she gathered up her few possessions and children and boarded the ship to join her husband. She found him working in the steel mills or brickyards, coal mines, or on the railroad. And she found him living in a shack shanty, railroad car, or even in a tent. But at least this was a start, a foundation for a new life. And here in America, by his side, she prepared for the years ahead. Our country was young. It needed laborers. And she gave to America 5, 6, or more children of her and of her soul. While her husband worked in the bitter cold of winter or in the blistering heat of summer, in ditches, laying sewers, and deep in the ground mining coal or iron ore, she worked from early morning to late at night, cooking at a coal stove, washing her clothes with a washboard, and heating the water in a big copper tub on the same coal stove. At the same time, she took care of the children, preparing breakfast, making lunches, and sending them to school. Now, the freshness of young womanhood is gone. By the flickering oil lamp, she sews and irons clothes late into the night. She scrimps and saves to dress her children decently, while she wears an old dress and stays home. Her children must have an education so that they may be respected and amount to something someday. And then at last, when her children are grown, as her cup of joy runneth over, we see how want, deprivations, and hardships have taken their toll. All worn out, her bones aching from so many ills, she lays helplessly in her sick bed, and her children gather round her. She turns to kiss them and to bless them, and then she is gone. She is the unsung heroine and pioneer of America. No statue can be built high enough. No marble is precious enough with which to sculpture a fitting memorial to the immigrant mother. She who with her breast nurtured us, with her arms raised us, with her ideals inspired us, with her tears washed us clean, with her devotion saved us, and then on the altar of love laid out her worn, spent body. And from her place in heaven she sends down her blessings on America, for what America has offered to her children in this great land. May the people of America never forget what they owe to that sweet and blessed soul, the immigrant mother of us all. And this was reprinted from the Tremont area Missal in Cleveland.